Oh yeah, I need that.
I really hope it doesn't, like, me in the process.
Well, Chad's having mouth work done tomorrow, so that's something. So, yeah, this is a very hectic time for everyone right now. I mean, Chad and Nikki are in the midst of moving. My sister just had a hysterectomy. Jake and Amy are off working all the time, and everyone's having to just, like, pick up the slack on everywhere else, and it's just like it. I don't know what it is. It's just like everything had to converge at just this one point in time, I guess. I don't know. It's weird how life works like that. I mean, no matter what you do, it's never enough.
There's not enough time in a day.
Not enough time, not enough patience, not enough anything. I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot that's going on, and plus the fact that I've had this stupid fucking cough because of my goddamn allergies for the last like month and a half, 2 months. I've lost count at this point. I've gone delirious from just like everything going on. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just here trying to get through all this, and someone requested this on our Discord. It's Let Me Explain Studios with my terrible mouth incident, or accident rather, and I guess it's a dentistry incident. I mean, we saw Jenyns' thing where she talked about getting her wisdom teeth cut out. I wonder what happened with this. I mean, I guess we'll find out. So, might as well check it out. Here we go.
This is Pablo. Leave a message. Oh, hey, Pablo, it's Henry. Listen, I'm kind of having one of those existential crises right now, and I could really use a legitimizing second opinion here. How are we still in a dog? If no one in this timeline has a mouth, then why exactly is there a need for two fairies? And also, doesn't this make this very difficult to tackle any mouth-related topics in this world? I just don't know. It just feels like a big oversight on the part of the creator. Anyways, call me back. Please. Bye.
Hello, my geeks and peeps, my explainers and entertainers, my little oodle-ollies. Rebecca Parham here. You've read the title, you know what we're talking about, and I bet you're all saying to yourself, oh, Becca's got herself in a real pickle now. How's she gonna tell a story about her mouth when she doesn't have one? Shush. Chill out, I got this. There you go, problem solved. Anytime I gotta show you a mouth, it's Post-its to the rescue. Alright, enough of that.
Alright, Nick, I think you got a text message.
Mine's actually a different sound now.
Oh.
Let's move on. Injuries, accidents, life-altering wounds that scar us physically and emotionally. Yeah, they make great stories, don't they? And don't we just love telling them? Dude, you want to see my scar? Got attacked by a mountain lion. Fought it off with my bare hands. That's his appendectomy.
You have bare fists?
To me, Scar. Mom! Honestly, I've been rather fortunate. I haven't injured myself too many times in life. I mean, my dad accidentally pulled my arm out of my socket when I was 6. I got hit in the face with a softball when I was in middle school and had a shiner for a week. I slipped in water in high school and tore cartilage in my knee. A girl in theater dropped a heavy set piece on my foot and I had to do the rest of the shows with only one shoe on. I broke my toe banging it on a platform trying to get off stage. Yep.
Damn.
Okay, I don't think your original statement holds, actually.
No. I mean, I have an excuse for why, like, my knees and my shoulders, well, more specifically, my right knee and my right shoulder hurt. I played football, and I really wish to God I wouldn't have. And then not only that, but also, why my hand sounds like a fireworks display. That's from fighting. Also, why I have a boxer's fracture in my knuckle, and this knuckle is like down, and you can't really see it. Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm more accident prone than I thought. I wonder how much football helmets cost. But my big injury story that I always tell people happened when I was very young, and it involves my teeth. I personally don't remember it at all, but my sister says she has a traumatizingly clear memory of it. That, and of course my parents were there for it. Actual content warning here, this story might get just a wee bit graphic because, you know me, I've never been averse to a little bit of blood. Or a gallon or two. For the brave souls still watching,
Carrie.
let's get this show on the road. When I was about 3 years old, Dad wanted to have a play fort built in the backyard for me and my sister. He called over a family friend who happened to be a carpenter so they could draw up some plans and discuss how big it should be and where to put it. Mom wasn't home at the time, so to keep an eye on me and my sister, Dad let us run around the backyard while he and the carpenter talked things over. So in our backyard we had a porch, and by the law of the South, if y'all have a porch, you gotta have a porch swing. Which we did, though it wasn't a very good one. Dad was keeping...
I can relate to that. I was sitting in it one time, and I was swinging back, and as I was swinging back, it came loose, and it went forward, and basically, it folded me up in the middle of it. I didn't get hurt. That was the miraculous thing. Like, it went back, and then, like, whoop, and I was, like, trapped underneath it, and I crawled out the side where, like, the armrest was. And my grandma was like, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!" And I crawled out. I'm like, "Hi, all right." Thank the lucky stars.
Keeping a watchful eye on us, but as any parent will tell you, the worst things always happen when you turn your back for just a moment.
Murphy's
and
Law.
when Dad wasn't looking, I managed to climb up on this porch swing. I stood up on it, and I guess in my 3-year-old mind, I thought I was on one of those playground spring horses, so I began rocking it back and forth. And apparently, I was not holding back. Your girl was chasing bandits in the Wild West somewhere.
I see
I
where
don't
this is
know.
going.
Now, remember how I said this wasn't a very good porch swing? Well, good porch swings are designed so they can't flip over. But this one, well...
Smash.
Yuckow.
Oh.
Dad heard my scream.
Accurate.
Oh my gosh.
He ran over in a panic. He lifted me up off the ground, and there was nothing but blood. I had bitten through my top lip, which
I had a feeling that was going to be one of those things.
Oh, lordy. Oh. My cousin Josh, his was a little more dumb than that. He was on a 4-wheeler, and he had the bright idea. He's like, I'm gonna go into the neighbor's yard. And then he goes through, doesn't see this 3-set barbed wire fence. He runs headlong into it, and his mouth, pow, like smacks the handlebars, and his bottom lip is literally just like, yeah, split all the way down. And not only that, but after he like headbutted the handlebars, his body went over, and his arms got like wrapped up in barbed wire.
Oh my gosh.
So he was literally just like, He's just like, everything went wrong. And I remember my Uncle Steve was talking about it. He's like, yeah, he ain't allowed to ride the 4-wheeler for like forever. I was like, really? It's like, because he already messed up and like had his PlayStation 1 taken away from him, and his mom, my Aunt Nita, sold it to my dad. It was like a brand new PlayStation 1 when it was still like $200 with like 20 games, and my Aunt Nita sold it to my dad for like $70. So lucky me. It included like Tekken 2, Tekken 3. It included Twisted Metal 2, a bunch of MLB games. Shoot, that was great. Not great for him. I mean, you know, losing your PlayStation like that, but oh well. But yeah, my cousin had some kerfuffles that wound up making him lose a lot. But hey, I reaped the benefits mostly.
Scar later, and the force of the fall had pushed my front teeth back and up into my head. Without a moment to lose, Dad grabbed me and Rachel, threw us into the back of the car, and sped off to the hospital. Rachel sat next to me the whole ride, holding my head back so I wouldn't bleed on everything, and being only 5 years old herself, naturally she was freaking out, and Dad was even more distraught, feeling like the worst father in the world. But as he quietly panicked to himself, all of a sudden he heard from the back seat, "A McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a car."
Are you concussed? Are you concussed? Because, Jesus, man.
E-I-E-I-O. Well, I guess that's what you call more rebound than a kickball. Though I don't think Dad appreciated the musical number. When we got to the hospital, the doctors ended up having to push my teeth back into their original position, but these teeth were pretty much destroyed. Oh, and when Mom showed up to the hospital, she said Dad was covered in blood and looked like that he'd lost a fight with an angry cat. Ah, poor Dad. There wasn't anything more that the doctors could do at the hospital, but we still had to wait 2 weeks for me to heal before I could see a dentist. And what the dentist ended up having to do was give my front 2 teeth a root canal and then fill it with a compound so it would stay in my head until my permanent teeth were ready to come in. You know, I'm actually really glad that I don't remember any of this. I'm already insane in the membrane enough as it is. Who knows how bad I'd be today if I had to carry around this childhood trauma with me. The whole ordeal had basically killed my front 2 teeth, and they turned yellow. Also, the next tooth over needed a half metal crown on the back of it, and given that teeth are translucent, that made the tooth look green.
Oh, man.
So, okay. I knew a kid, Andrew Martin. He had to have something like that done. His mishap came from whenever he went up the steps, whenever he was in 3rd grade, I think. And as he was going up the steps, all of a sudden, he slipped and fell. It was wintertime. He slipped and fell, and literally the edge of the step, knocked out this tooth, the 2 front teeth, and basically all the teeth over, all the way to the incisor right here, to like the canine incisor right here. Basically, he lost 5 teeth right here, just gone. And I was like, Jesus, man. And he basically had. Hey, CJ. I just saw the curtain move back there. I was just like, what the? Oh. And then I saw her bumbling through there. But he basically had steel, he basically had steel caps on, the backs of, these teeth over here, because they got scuffed up when the teeth got popped out. And I just remember seeing those. I was like, dude, you got metal in your mouth? That's awesome! And he's just like, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Yeah, and it was a while before his teeth were normal again, but yeah, that was... Phew.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Rebecca, at least it was your
baby teeth.
Baby teeth. Like, you could be in my boat where I try to hide my teeth from everyone while I talk because I need thousands and thousands of dollars worth of work done because I let Mountain Dew basically dissolve my enamel off of my teeth over several years before I quit drinking it.
Mine, I would say the only part of my teeth that I really have it's a problem is right up here. There's a little bit of the enamel wear up here, and it shows. It causes my teeth to stain really easily. But thankfully, they say that they actually can just clean the tooth off in that area and reset it, and then basically put fresh enamel on there. To basically, because once your enamel's gone, you can't regrow it. Instead, they can just put new enamel on there.
I've never heard that they can put new enamel on it either.
They did it for Sean. His front teeth were messed up really bad.
For mine, they've just sanded all my teeth that I've had worked on down to little stubs that they then glue on a crown.
Well, yeah, crowns. A lot of people go for the crown route. That's if the tooth is unsalvageable, basically.
Well, if y'all want to know how bad it can get.
I don't think they can see from here.
I'm sure they can.
Yeah, do like it.
Zoom in on it, you should be able to tell at least that this part right here is like completely fucked. And the top looks really stupid because I have 2 crowns over here, which look fine, and then over here I don't, and so they look awful.
Hey man, all in due time. Before you.
I have dental insurance too. It's still fucking expensive with insurance to get this shit fixed. Not to mention, like, I have to figure out days when I can actually go in when I'm not having other problems with medical issues. So that's fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least somebody loves you.
So yeah, for the next few years of my childhood, I was walking around with yellow and green teeth. Just look at this jacked up mouth of mine.
Yeah.
I had these teeth until I was about 6 or 7, and as you can imagine, such a blow to the face not only messed up my baby teeth, but my permanent teeth came in wonky as well. In fact, when I went to the orthodontist to get braces in middle school, she discovered I had 4 permanent teeth that were supposed to come in, but were stuck up in my gums. I had to get teeth removed so they could come in. My mouth was a train wreck. Thankfully, I think I've finally got these chompers under control. They ain't perfect, but who could blame them after going through such misery? It's okay, teeth. You're good enough. That's why I never animate you. For those of you wondering, yes, my dad did eventually get that play fort built. I'd have thought he'd think twice about letting his clumsy daughter up in high places, but none of the Parham children ever fell out of that fort. I guess I set a pretty good example of what not to do. You hear that, Mom? Your daughter's a trailblazer. Hey Explainers, just wanted to say thanks to Eddie Boley for lending his voice as the Tooth Fairy in the opening skit. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I genuinely love his stuff, so go check him out. I also want to say a big thank you to my longtime friend Megan Mayer for storyboarding a segment on this video. I'm really excited about this. She's going to be periodically jumping in on videos and helping me. We've been talking about it since February and it's finally come to fruition, and hopefully this means I'll be able to get more videos out to you guys more often. Anyways, Explainers, thank you so much for tuning in, but now I gotta tune out. Bye!
So there you go. The dentist. I don't really have any dentist horror stories.
I don't either, just because like I've gotten so used to the work that, I mean, I've had all kinds of things done by the dentists that other people would be horrified of, but I don't really mind it. I let them take out my wisdom teeth without putting me to sleep, because I was just like, I don't want to be put to sleep.
What the heck?
Yeah, so they just numbed it and chopped them out.
For me, I remember like my first time I ever had Novocaine put in my mouth. You know, just like the shot in the cheek and everything. I remember the first time I had that done, I was just like,
No, that's a bad idea.
I know.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
realize it. Because then, like the next day, my tongue on this side was swollen really
Hurt
bad
so
because
bad.
of it. Because I didn't realize how hard I bit it. And then all of a sudden, I was like, ho, 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 ho. I was like, because my tongue was so swollen.
What I didn't
was an
like
idiot.
is after getting the wisdom teeth done, it was like an hour and a half later, and I was trying to drink something, and it was like,
Yeah.
just to try to get the drink to stay in my
You were
mouth because my
using a
lips were too
straw?
numb to hold it in.
Oh my gosh.
No, I wasn't
Oh.
using a. You're not supposed to use a straw
I
after
know.
you get teeth.
I
No,
just
yeah.
the way you.
No, like I sipped and like
oh,
it
you
just.
sipped it. Okay.
I sipped it and it just went.
Oh.
My lips were too numb to hold it in my mouth.
Yeah. I had to have the similar thing done when I had braces. I had to have 3 teeth removed, and I have an extra tooth up here in my gums.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
because my mouth was too small, and then when my wisdom teeth came in, like that was even worse. So I still had braces when they took my wisdom teeth out. I had to have braces for like 4 years. So it's pretty terrible.
Yeah. I just remembered one thing is that I did have a baby tooth that hung on for some reason. Didn't want to fall out, and then the permanent tooth started growing in under it, and so it started pushing it like weirdly, like out front. And eventually the dentist just had to pull it.
Let's see. For me, I would say for me, like you talked about, like like liquid falling out of your mouth because I had Bell's palsy. If you all ever notice, like this side of my face has a little bit of I've lost a little bit of like my mobility on this side of it. For instance, I can do this over here, like lift my lip up over here like this. I can't do that over here. And it's because of my Bell's palsy that I had. But I had it for a while, and I just remember like first I remembered when I started noticing like something was wrong. I was with my dad, and we stopped. We were at his house in St. Paul, and we were driving back up to Wise, and we stopped at Hardee's to get breakfast. And we went through Hardee's. I had myself a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and I remember I was trying to bite into it, and as I was trying to bite into it, this side of my mouth wouldn't open all the way, and like my bottom lip got caught in there with it, and I was like, what? Like, what the heck? Like, I kept biting my bottom lip with my biscuit and everything. So I just like powered through it and got it down. And then as I was sitting there, I was sitting in there. I was like, what the heck's going on? I was like, I can't move this side of my face. What's going on here? And then all of a sudden, I went to the nurse's office, and the nurse was just like, Nate, can you not move this side of your face? I'm like, no, I can't. What the heck's going on? What? And she thought I was having a stroke. And then they took me to the doctor, and they saw, like, my health scans were good and everything. They're like, Nate, you're suffering from Bell's palsy, and it's actually a fairly mild to severe version of it. I'm like, really? Like,
what do you mean mild to severe?
Well,
it's like the two different ends of the spectrum.
There's very low. There's like a very low effect. Like very low effect on mobility. It's just like you can't blink your eye all the way. You can't. It like takes more effort to like blink your eye. Me, I couldn't blink my eye. It was like all the nerve, all like my movement over here was just gone. And then they said, given how severe it is, you may not recover 100% of your mobility on this side of your face. And I was like, wait, really? It's that bad? And they're like, yeah. I mean, we're sorry, but I mean, there's potentially like stuff that you can do like TENS treatments and shock treatments to like try and stimulate the nerves and like the your mobility center over there. But that's basically it. And there was another person who came in, and they suffered from it about 3 days before I did. They were back to normal in like a week and a half to 2 weeks. For me, it was like 3 months before I was back to normal. And I just remember like everyone in school was just like looking at it, just like it's like, hey Nate, and that's the thing, you talking about drinking. I had to tilt my head this way forever, because if I didn't, just
I never knew that happened to you. I actually didn't know that was something that could just happen out of nowhere.
Yeah, Bell's palsy is what it's called. Yep, there it is. Bell's palsy. Basically, it's an unexplained episode of facial muscle weakness or paralysis. There's no like understanding of why it happens.
Results from damage to the facial nerve, the seventh cranial nerve.
Mm-hmm. They don't understand it. And one of my favorite pro wrestling announcers, Jim Ross, he had it, and it actually caused him to lose his job with WWE for a while because of it. And it sucks that stuff like that happens, but hey, I'm still here, and it hasn't had that bad of an effect on me. Mom had a bout of it, but hers was like very minimal. Hers was, she said, within like a week and a half to 2 weeks she was good. But yeah, anyway, that was Let Me Explain Studios with my terrible mouth accident, and yeah, that was pretty terrible, not gonna lie. Reminds me of the Cesaro incident. Yep. He got his teeth knocked up into, like, they went up. Yeah. They had them fixed eventually, but this happened on live TV. Yeah. He went up and he got launched into the ring post, and he jumped too high, and his head just like clow. For those of you who don't, yeah. Look at that! Look at that guy, Antonio Cesaro, or Claudio Castagnoli, as he's known in like AEW.
I don't like that.
Anywho, I think that's gonna do it. So until next time. Hey, stop scratching that. Hey.
Clivey.
CJ.
Quit.
I saw her starting to do it back there. I was like, don't tell me. So yeah, if you want to see more from Let Me Explain Studios, click her name in the title of the video. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Kate.
I'm Dick. I'm yawning.
That's Bilbo. And back there's CJ, being a dingus. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.